Like someone like you that has like $100,000.
Increase my money.
Okay,
100,000.
sorry, someone like you that has $200,000. Okay, $1 million.
Right. Give me big time money, man.
You can choose, but I'll actually flip it and say, I think the concept of cloud security, I'll say it's a shared responsibility. When I say shared responsibility, I mean,
What happens if major cloud service providers like the Amazons, the Microsoft, the Google, the Alibaba, Ali Cloud,
yeah,
what happens if they run out of business? Hi everyone, and welcome to Tech and Beyond with Yomi. I have here with me a very good friend of mine. So what we're trying to do is to make sure that he's going to explain some certain terminologies and myths. We're going to make sure that this is a little bit informal. So I will take the initiative by, taking my cap to the back so we can be cool. I'm also trying to make sure and let people know that tech can also be fun. I have here a cloud guru, a cloud genius, a cloud expert,
cloud messiah,
cloud messiah,
cloud pioneer,
a cloud pioneer.
yeah.
Okay, cloud pioneer,
cloud president.
Cloud presidents. You know those resumes now?
Yeah.
Now, okay. A cloud analyst, a cloud associate
cloud,
a cloud entry level. Segun Hassan. Segun, does this mean that, some people still feel that all this whole cloud thing, oh, my stuff is in the cloud, they feel that it's in the air? I want you to explain to them, because one of the essence of this video and my tech content is to explain tech in a way that everyone who is not in tech can understand tech. If you're also in tech too, you're welcome to, comment on it too as well. So I'll just go straight to the point, right? Cloud. Oh, my cloud is this, my cloud is that. Can you explain to a layperson what exactly is cloud?
Yeah, sure. So before I go forward, just want to let everyone know that I'm so happy to be here, and this is like a full circle moment for me. Like I put a lot of work to get to where I am, and I'm so happy I'm here right now, sitting beside Yomi. Like that's one of my dreams. So yeah, thanks for having me, Yomi.
Okay, thank you, Cloud Messiah. Yeah, we'll say I'm going to prepare this time around there.
Okay, yeah. So let's get to the point. So what is cloud? Let me see. Let's relate it to, like, I think you mentioned cloud in the sky, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So cloud. Let me just explain. Let me use that. Let me take a cue from that. So cloud in the sky is we can all see it. We can all feel it, right? Regardless of where you are, or Lagos, any city, any country, we can all see the cloud in the sky, but we can't actually touch it. So let's now take that idea and like put it in cloud in the IT world, right? Even though in the IT world, these clouds are actually physical locations, right? They're actually physical locations, not this myth like cloud in the sky.
Yeah.
They're actually physical locations. But in this case, these physical locations serve as like an online storage where people can, store their files, store applications, store data. And then this content that is stored in the cloud is actually accessible to anyone from anywhere in the world.
Okay.
And what do they use? The internet. So that's another misconception of the cloud and the internet. So the internet is just basically a gateway to the cloud, or like the underlying infrastructure which the cloud uses.
Like a path to the destination.
Exactly.
Okay. So now that you've cleared the air that this cloud thing is not something in the sky, is a physical location, right? My next question is, since all our informations, all our applications are being stored in that physical location, right, by major big players, right? Is our information safe, or is it just like with somebody? It's more like we're giving our information to somebody. So is it safe?
Yeah, I would say for the most part of it, it's safe. Let me give you an example. Like someone like you that has like $100,000.
Increase my money.
Okay, 100,000. Sorry, someone like you that has $200,000. Okay, $1 million.
Right. Give me big time money, man.
You can choose to store it at home. You can choose to store it under your mattress, store it under your bed, or your pillow, or under your shoebox. But you didn't do that, right? So you choose a bank. Is the bank safe? I'll say yes, it's safe. So I'll apply this to the cloud service providers as well. When I say cloud service providers, we have the top guys. Let me just example. We have Microsoft, Google, and the likes, right? And Amazon. They are cloud service providers. So these guys have been in business for a long time. They're reputable, right? We can definitely say for a large extent they're reputable companies, and also they have policies in place to make sure your data is safe. They also provide a lot of technology, right? There's something called encryption, not to go too deep, right? That just makes sure your data is kind of masked, right? When I say masked, so anyone that gets access to your data can actually interpret what the data is. It's
you, yeah.
Except you unencrypt it.
Yeah.
Babe, it's not an encrypt, it's decrypt.
Oh.
That's one. But I'll actually flip it and say, I think the concept of cloud security, I'll say it's a shared responsibility. When I say shared responsibility, I mean somebody lies on us, the end user, to make sure we follow the best practices to make sure our data is safe and to make sure the cloud is secure. For example, we need to make sure we use strong passwords. We need to make sure we review who has access to our data. When I say review, you need to make sure people that don't need to have access or applications that don't need to have access to your data does not have access to your data.
Okay.
So that would definitely help foster security.
Okay, thank you for that. And now still going to the physical location aspect of things, right? What happens if there's a natural disaster in that particular physical location? What then happens to our data or information? Since everyone is literally about 99% are literally relying on the cloud of, services.
Yeah, that's a good question. So like I said earlier, these large cloud providers have almost like refined their processes and the policies. Like it's actually a well-oiled machine. So they have something called data replication. So this ties back to data centers. So what are data centers? These are actually the physical locations where the data is being stored or where the storage is being housed, right? And it's being managed by the cloud service provider,
Right.
not you. You and I don't even know where this
Location,
That's
where
how-
the exact location where
and that's how secure it is.
Yeah.
Right, because knowing the location is on a need to know basis. It's not just public information.
Yeah.
That's another layer of security. So going back to your question about if a data center goes down, so they have what is called data replication, and your data is being replicated across multiple data centers, across multiple locations, even up to the extent of across regions, like outside your home country. So in that case, if something happens to like your primary data center, there's a secondary data center that you can immediately switch to. Exactly. Exactly. And you make sure that you ensures that your data is not lost and you can always retrieve your data when it's needed. So that is one. Another thing is in terms of things going down, like you want to say like the data center goes down. Like I said, there are always policies in place to make sure this doesn't happen.
Okay.
Exactly.
The policies in place. Okay, policies.
Exactly.
Okay, when you said sorry, I said natural disaster. I thought you were saying policies in place to make sure that natural disaster does not happen. I'm just like, I did God. Hey, yeah, but thank you for that clarification. So finally, my question is, with all these major players, right, having to build this infrastructure and all our informations are there. What happens if major cloud service providers like the Amazons, the Microsoft, the Google, the Alibaba, Ali Cloud, what happens if they run out of business?
So this is actually something that it's honestly, the feasibility, like the probability of it happening is very low, right? Let me just put that out there. And that's why I always, especially when it comes to like the reputable, the leading cloud providers, like.
Wait, if you say very low, they bought Twitter.
But yeah, even though they bought Twitter, right? Did Twitter users lose their accounts? No.
Okay.
Exactly, right? So there are two scenarios. Let's say Amazon or Google goes out of business, which I don't see happening. Usually there's usually buyouts, like another company buys it and kind of takes over the data. So you just get moved to the new company. And remember, I think in Nigeria, the banks, I think it was Intercontinental, I can't really remember. They were going out of business or they had to close down. But guess what? I think they merged. And things happened in the back. It became Access Bank. And exactly, customers still had their money and things just kept going on like nothing happened. So we can relate that to this scenario as well. So usually if the company doesn't get bought out, let's say in a case whereby the cloud service provider is getting out of business, they also have policies in place whereby they'll give you there will be like notifications, like they'll give you like enough time to plan for this, whereby you can then decide. It's like you can migrate
another service provider.
And they'll try to help you as much as possible to make sure it's as seamless as possible. Exactly.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for clearing the air. Thank you. That's been very insightful. If you enjoy this interview and you want more Hassan to come back again, don't forget to subscribe to this amazing channel. And
so if I'm coming back, do I get do we have to talk about the money part or like this?
The money part? Since you decided to give me $1 million, I'll give you back the $1 million. Thank you so much. Thank you for inviting me to your lovely home. Shout out to his lovely wife and baby to the back.
Thank you for giving me the platform to
my platform
myself.
My platform is going global. It's going global, man. Because what we're trying to do is to make sure that we want to right now. What I'm trying to achieve is to make sure that tech too can be fun. Every time people just see tech and they feel that tech can't be fun. Tech is just for nomads and all things. So now tech can be fun. You can it's swag to just being in tech too as well, and not just being in tech, explaining tech concepts as well. But thank you for clarifying and breaking all those things. Now, definitely I will invite you wherever I want to invite you.
Thank you for giving me a safe space as well. That's key.
Oh yeah, is it?
Because I felt at home. Even though I'm at home, I still felt at home to be.
Oh, thank you. All right. Have a lovely day. Let me go and drive in this winter. Bye bye. Are you done? Yeah, you can come now. You didn't like it, so you enjoyed the interview now.
Did you like it? You not like to me now.